Man, Spirit cut that video. Sure did. I can't run on back over here. When he cut that bitch off, really, I ain't got no business telling on, reporting on the night watches. Because they move in silence. I'm breaking code. They calculated. I'm breaking code. This for somebody. Somebody breaking code. You might see him when he fly off. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. His mercy endured to all generations. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, and they that dwell therein. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers them out of them all. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. And ye shall be like a tree that's planted by the rivers of water, that shall bring forth its fruit in its season, and whose leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever you do shall prosper. Keep us as the apple of your eye. The suffering of this present time is not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed. The just shall live by faith. The suffering of this time is not worthy to be compared to the glory which shall be revealed. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. He will perfect the things that concerns you the most. He makes your crooked spots straight. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He leads me beside the still waters. My bad. That rod and that staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Wash me and I shall be clean. Wash me and I shall be whiter than snow. Lay aside every weight and sin that so easily beset you, and run this race. All that's about newness. All that's about what God want to give you, this new life. You're going to have to lay down your old life, though. All of what I said is what God is God. God is a parent, a loving parent. God is a parent that had to discipline us, just like parents. Those that standing in the, in their right position, they care for you, they love you. Everything they do for you is for your best interest. That's God. You patterned him after him. We are made in his likeness, so it's not far-fetched or foreign that your parents will have some characteristics of God, a loving father, a loving mother. But that love is unconditional. Nothing can break the ties of that love. Our parents get mad at us, they get angry at us for doing certain things, so does God. But God is over our parents. That's why when it comes down to it, if God calling you and your parents ain't right, you got to do what God say do. You love your parents, but at the same time, they don't, I'm going to say it like what the old folks used to say, and now, my belief system for this, has changed. Like you have your own personal hell right here on earth. But at the same time, I say what they used to say, they don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. They got to get there themselves. So if your damn daddy and mama walking in disobedience and on their way to hell, and God calling you in His likeness and calling you into newness, that newness that made your life changing could change your parents' life, could change the people's lives that they're around. So you have to think about it, always doing what's best for you, because you don't know who's looking or who's watching. My girlfriend and I always said, somebody's watching. Somebody's waiting on you. They're waiting on you to get it right. They're waiting on you to make the right decision. The demise that you might be seeing, those downtrodden spirits around you, is what you putting out, and that's what you getting back. So it's time to make some different choices. It's time to start looking at this thing in a different way. You were bought with a price, and that price is that we are to praise the Lord. You are, everything that has breath is to praise the Lord. The trees do what they're supposed to do. The devil doing what he's supposed to be doing. We're the most misdirected, misguided, but just pulled in so many different directions instead of getting away and getting into your own self. You are built to go within, heal yourself. We made in his likeness. You made in his image. Christ said, greater works you'll do, because he was an example of the powers that we will possess if we operated in, if you believe. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. I might not see it right now on this 3D level, but at the same time, I believe. it's possible, because with God, all things are possible. He want, he want everything for my good. And in that, there are lessons. They only get harsh when you stop listening. But then too, you maybe have to be that Paul or that Peter for that situation. It's not always about you, but it's always about that inner person that's working in you and how you moving out here. What's your foundation? Who you are when nobody's looking. That's all I have to say. Who you are when nobody's looking. What is the character? Are you even pulling out some? What is the owl decided he ain't want to come out tonight? There's a work to be done. They watchmen on the wall. They're paying attention. They need to be paying attention because they're messengers. God just wants us to have with all what we see, everything around us happen. The trees operating in the element. You don't see no fucking tree jumping up saying, I don't want to be a motherfucking tree no more. Ain't no owl coming and being like, you know what, I'm tired of watching. I'm tired of being a watchman on the wall. I don't want to be an owl no more. I want to change. We the only ones with all these hang-ups about who God looked at and said, step back, made you, he made you, step back and said, this good. God said that. Before any man ever told you that, before any woman, before your mama even breathed those words to you, God already looked at you and said, this mine right here, and this good. This made after me. And we're squandering. Can you imagine? I gave you a gift, or what I thought was a gift, and I was excited about it. Gave it to you, and you threw it on the ground. Could you imagine what that does to a person? To a God that's given us everything, He's allowed us to create all these things. But yet and still, we turn from the good to pursue the bad. A refreshed heart, a renewed heart, a cleansed heart, they're all for the asking. They're all for the asking. You can ask anything in His name and He'll give it to you. As long as it lines up. Don't go to God with no bullshit. It gotta line up. You know, read that word. You wouldn't ask for, go to your mama and ask your mama for no damn drugs. Well, I don't know. Depending on your relationship. Whatever your extreme is out there in the world, you know. Certain things or certain standards you have with certain people you hold in high esteem. There's certain things you ain't gonna do around them and certain things you ain't gonna say around them. God is just trying to bring us all to the best version of ourselves. Why fake it? If you're a nasty old person, be a nasty ass person and let God work with that from there. We can't work with pretending. What the hell am I supposed to do? You saying you one thing, your spirit got another shit going on. You saying one thing and doing another. So there's an imbalance. Yeah. And the Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So that's what I look at. Oh my God. And the Bible said he need not think he gonna receive anything from the Lord. Now, why would you go hook up with somebody who's double-minded and God already told you he done blocked them off? I ain't giving them nothing because they can't even make a decision. Person standing still. Won't choose to go left, won't choose to go right. Just standing, taking whatever comes, not moving, just with no purpose, just standing because you're just scared to make a decision. Now you're making God have to make the decision for you. You don't want him to get into it with you like that. You want to keep that dance ever free, ever open, ever flowing. The dance between you and God, you want to keep that ever flowing. Always evolving. Continuously in a relationship. Can't lay it down. Talking about, well, I'm going to put my religion. I used to hear people say that. I was like, damn, you got that kind of religion? You can just put that shit down and go for what you know? To each their own. They used to just be like, wow, I couldn't do it. Certain shit, it was just in me. This is who I am. This is just who I am. I had to get it. Had to get over it. You don't do X, Y, Z because this is just who you are. And I stopped trying to go to them low areas because I was afraid of being great. I literally, as I'm sitting here now, Lord is showing me how I even evolved, had relationships with people. But those relationships taught me something though. I was the person that went and I had a balance of friends, but I would go to hang out with people who didn't live like I lived.